Here we are today, a tub from the 1920s, cast iron. And if you look in the middle there, it looks like it's got a split in it and it's rusting. It was actually deep enough you could put your fingernail in it. It's pretty deep. So we're gonna have to check that out. But it's been reglazed before, you can see that. And it's an epoxy job. It's starting to turn yellow. So we're probably gonna end up stripping it all off. So here we are right here. We got this all chipped out, and that is all you're going to see when I start to vacuum this, that it is all rusted underneath there. It had a split in it, but as I started to tap the porcelain, now this porcelain's thick. It's like 3/16 of an inch. It's pretty thick. So it almost looks like the cast iron somehow split underneath the porcelain somehow. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but we're gonna have to fix all this rust up. We're gonna vacuum this so we can actually see what we're doing here as we're gonna use our diamond sanding wheel on this. And you can see how deep that is. Now that's cast. It's like, this is really thick steel, so that's just surface rust on top of the steel here. So we're gonna vacuum this up, make it nice and clean. We're gonna get ready here, and then we're gonna sand it all. There's our diamond sanding wheel on our sander right there, and you can see, now you have to use water with this type of sanding wheel, but it buzzed that rust right off. We feathered it really nice, and it's super clean. Like, there's no rust at all left there. So, but it is low. You can't really tell by this video right here, but it's low. So we put our Velcro backing pad back on the same sander, and we used a 40 grit on it, and we took off all the rest of the epoxy because it just had so much chips, and it was probably like 10 years old. It was just worn spots. It had chips all over it. It was just better just to take it all off. And all that you see on the bottom there, that is the coating that we stripped off with 40 grit. That's actually what used to be on the tub. So we're gonna clean all this up. A lot of people ask me, well, why don't you just vacuum this up? It's actually fine. It's actually pretty fine. It's like almost like the consistency of drywall compound dust. So we just scoop this up and throw it in a garbage bag. A few other people have made comments to me about the dark spots on the tub. What do you do with that? You can take it off with hydrofluoric etching paste if you want to. It's completely clean. Like, you can't feel anything on the tub surface. It doesn't affect the adhesion. So if you actually wanted to put bonding agent and go right on top of that, wouldn't do anything to it. I've never had one fail over leaving burnt marks into the porcelain. Now remember that low spot I said that we ground out there that you just saw? So this is a fiberglass filler. It's a short strand fiberglass filler, which it's kind of like a marine grade Bondo, and it actually has fiberglass impregnated into Kevlar and fiberglass strands impregnated into the filler. It's super strong. So we took that, we filled that all up with a coat, then we buzzed it straight, and then we put a 2-part polyester finishing putty on top of that. This fills in all the 40 grit scratches. And because we took that diamond sanding wheel and we ground that all nice with no more rust, but we also sanded all the way around it, this has something to bond onto. So we're all masked up here, ready to apply the coatings on it. That red that you see there is lacquer glazing putty, and that is to fill in like 200 grit scratches, 220. And it does a real nice job, makes it super nice and smooth, and then we can sand it with 320 grit. Here we are, there we are. Put our bonding agent on, 4 coats of resin. Been applied on the tub right now. Turned out super clean. Nice job. Yeah, really nice restore job. You see there's that fan that's clipped onto it. That's to actually help dry the coating while we're waiting for it to cure out. So, and 20 minutes later, this is what you have. We unmask everything, we caulk it all, and you have this, turns into this beautiful reglazed job that will last you another 10 years. Polished up the drain coupler there, really nice. And you can see we did a nice caulk bead all the way around it. We had the drain cap off, the overflow cap off, put it back on. And that's it. You can't beat the value, can't beat the price. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.